Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to the ACA 38th Annual High School Achievement Award Ceremony. My name is Hannah Wu, and just to introduce myself, I'm a sophomore majoring in business at the University of Southern California. This past summer, I had the wonderful opportunity to become a business development intern at the Association of Chinese Americans, where I was blessed with the opportunity to meet and bond with so many like-minded individuals, from developing grant proposals to attending Stop Asian Hate protests. My time at ACA has definitely been one of the most meaningful experiences in my life. And considering how much our community has gone through this past pandemic, I think it's especially important that we as a community come together to make sure that we are seen, heard, empowered, and united. But nevertheless, I'm really excited to be here today to be the MC of the award ceremony today, where we will get to honor your achievements, not only within your communities, but also your larger academic career. You all should be extremely proud of your accomplishments and where you are today. And I hope you all are as excited as I am. Next, I will pass it on to my co-MC, Alistair, to introduce himself.
Thank you, Hannah. Well, nice to meet you all. I'm Alistair, and I'm glad to be here as a co-MC with Hannah. Some background about me: I'm a bioinformatics master's student at the University of Michigan Ann Arbor, but I was actually a scholarship recipient in 2017, so I was just in your shoes 4 years ago, which has gone by really fast. I would like to thank ACA first, of course, for the scholarship, but more importantly now, the opportunity to be an MC here today and to be involved and give back to the APIA community, which I've been very fortunate to be involved with on the University of Michigan campus. I'd like to say congratulations to all of our honorees for their achievements in such a volatile year and being able to adapt and overcome through all these obstacles. Of course, let's not forget our parents, guardians, and mentors have shaped everyone, all of our honorees and who they have become today. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce President of ACA, Shenlin Chen, for some opening remarks.
We play the video first. Shannon, you're muted.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Association of Chinese Americans 38th High School Achievement Scholarship Award Ceremony. We're so glad to have you join us to celebrate the achievements of our class of 2022 honorees. ACA is a nonprofit organization, like you know. We are the Detroit chapter of OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates, which has 50 chapters across the nation. Our mission is to advance the social, political, educational, and economic well-being of the Chinese and the API population in the US. While education has been one of our main focuses, the high school scholarship program has been a unique and crucial part of our work here in Michigan. To all 38 of our honorees this year, congratulations on being selected. We applaud you for maintaining high performances inside and outside of school, and for rising above the change and uncertainty brought about by the pandemic. We're proud of you all, and we hope that you will enjoy your college journey to the fullest extent. Explore as much as you can and take advantage of all the resources around you. We hope you will stay connected and continue to impact the communities around you with your talents and hard work. And we appreciate, of course, all of the generous donors for your continued support and which has made this program possible for the past 38 years. I want to especially recognize two of our donors today. Thank you to the E family for giving out 2 multi-year scholarships this year. The scholarship will support the recipient for up to 4 years at $3,000 a year, as long as the criteria has been met. I also want to recognize the Zheng family. With their support, we are able to, for the first time, offer special gifts to each one of our honorees. And these are on top of the 2 scholarships the Zheng family offers each year. Thank you very much. And I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the ACA High School Scholarship Committee. The committee consists of 9 members with professional backgrounds in IT, engineering, finance, social service, law, business, and education. Thank you all for your dedication and commitment. So thank you again for joining us. Please enjoy the program.
Thank you, Shenlin. Next, Roland Huang, the founder of the ACA High School Scholarship Program, will give a special tribute to Gracia Lee.
I'm honored to recognize Gracia Lee. She was the unsung hero nominee for ACA back in 2021. And she's been a longtime supporter of the Association of Chinese Americans. She passed away on June 8th, 2021. She was a longtime volunteer and supporter of OCA Detroit. She got involved with the chapter when she and her husband, Tony, moved from Pittsburgh to Michigan in 1985. It was in 1985 that we had our inaugural High School Achievement Award program, and she was there as one of the founding members of the scholarship committee. I'd like to mention that the memorial donations to the Gracia Lee amounted to about $40,000. And with that, there will be a Gracia Lee Memorial Scholarship. It will be awarded each year with a proposed value of $3,000 and renewable. And so with that, we really acknowledge the magnificent donations for the Memorial Scholarship in Gracia Lee's name. So thank you very much. The scholarship is intended for APA, to foster APA entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much, Roland. And that was a great speech. As mentioned before, congratulations to all 38 honorees. You should all be extremely proud of your accomplishments and where you are today. Next, we will move on into the scholarship introduction. Under corporate scholarships for the class of 2022 scholarships, we have 2 from the Page Toyota and Page Honda Bloomfield scholarships and 2 from the 168 Asian Market Scholarship.
Now next for the class of 2022 individual scholarships, we have 3 from the OS Chan Scholarship. OS Chan Scholarship for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, OS Chan Scholarship for Athletic Achievement, and the OS Chan and ACA Scholarship for Fine Art. And then we also have 2 from the Dong Family Scholarship.
Now under organization scholarships, we have 3.5 from the Association of Chinese American Scholarships, as it's a combined effort with the OS Chan scholarships, and also 1 from the Laren Education Scholarship.
For the memorial scholarships, we have the Andy and Olive Wong Family Memorial Scholarship, 1 from the Mr. and Mrs. P.L. Sheck Scholarship, 1 from the Ya Chun Tao Chen Memorial Scholarship, and 1 from the Mabel Peng Memorial Scholarship.
For the memorial multi-year scholarships, we have 1 from Tom Him and Kun Kun Yi Memorial Scholarship for STEM and Tom Him and Kun Kun Yi Memorial Scholarship for Education.
Next, I would like to introduce ACA High School Achievement Scholarship Award Committee member Ian Shin to introduce our keynote speaker for this afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Justin Chen. Dr. Chen is Medical Director of the Outpatient Psychiatry Division at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston and co-director of Medical Student Education in Psychiatry at Harvard Medical School, where he holds the rank of Assistant Professor. Dr. Chen is also Executive Director and co-founder of the MGH Center for Cross-Cultural Student Emotional Wellness. As a clinician, Dr. Chen specializes in treating mood and anxiety disorders, and his research focuses primarily on cross-cultural psychiatry, stigma, racial and ethnic disparities in mental health service utilization, and medical education. Dr. Chen received his undergraduate and medical degrees from Yale University, as well as a Master of Public Health degree from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. He's also held a DuPont Warren Research Fellowship, where he focused on improving mental health care engagement for Chinese immigrants in Boston's Chinatown. Please help me welcome our speaker and my dear friend, Dr. Justin Chen.
Thank you so much, Ian. I'm going to share my screen. Really appreciate the invitation from Ian and also Shinling and the rest of the ACA board. It's quite an honor to be with you, and huge congratulations to this year's honorees. Well done. So hopefully you can see my screen. Today, as you can see, I'm going to be talking to you about a little bit of a sobering topic, but the idea that success is well and good, and it's obviously something we should all strive for. And we should also be thinking about balance. And it's an ancient Chinese concept of yin and yang, right? We need to think about both maximizing success, but also minimizing its costs. I'll try to move swiftly. There's a lot to talk about here. In terms of disclosures, I don't have any real conflicts. I do have this center that was mentioned, but it's a nonprofit volunteer group. It's an unpaid position. But I do have a lot of personal disclosures. One is that, as mentioned, I consider myself a clinician first and foremost. I see patients. I see a lot of Asian American young people with depression, anxiety, and other disorders. I'm also an educator. As mentioned, I teach medical students and I perform research. I'm also a very proud child of Taiwanese immigrants. So I consider myself a second generation Asian American or Chinese American, ABC. And many of the things that I research and find very interesting and relevant are things that I experienced myself growing up. So I'm hoping that I can speak to this also from my own personal experience. So here are some questions I just hope that maybe you all will ponder as you're listening to me, and maybe later when you're talking to your families. How would you define success, both for yourself and for your parents or for your children, depending on which generation you're from? How do you think the other party would define success? And then think about areas where you might have some conflict between parents and kids. These are all very common topics that I talk about with my patients and families. Okay, so I'll start with this quote from the Tiger Mother herself, Amy Chua, who wrote, "All decent parents want to do what's best for their children. The Chinese just have a totally different idea of how to do that. And of course, we can criticize Amy Chua's book or celebrate it depending on which side you come down on. But I think she raised some interesting points about cross-cultural approaches to child rearing. So sometimes when we think about American success, you can think, wow, there's a lot of different pathways, right? You could become a tech entrepreneur. I actually realized in looking at this slide, it's a preponderance of tech. You don't have to go into tech to be a success, but that's one pathway. You can be successful in business in the US. But you could also be a talk show host. You could be a musician. You can be a writer like Amy Tan, or even a basketball player or a journalist. There's so many different ways that you can be successful. And this next slide is a little bit tongue in cheek, but sometimes I think for some of my Asian American clients or Chinese American clients, feel like the pathway to success is much more narrow. It's a little bit of a straight line and actually very specific. And I think this is changing. I don't think that many Chinese parents nowadays necessarily hew to this, but sometimes it feels like you need to do these specific, jump through these hoops, play piano, go to the Intel Westinghouse science competition, get into certain Ivy League schools, and then pursue a path that's going to be very successful.
Yeah, but once he shows slides, I lost my audio. I can't hear the audio.
I just heard someone break in. And so I think Amy Chua is absolutely right. All parents want the same things for their kids, right? They want their kids to get educated. They want them to be secure and safe and healthy, maybe to have a family and to have financial stability. But maybe there's a difference in emphasis. And so I'm going to argue that perhaps in some Western cultures, it's a little more of an emphasis on maybe independence, following one's own dreams and making a difference. And in some Asian cultures, a greater emphasis on stability, on obedience, maybe sort of filial piety, and doing things that are going to be impressive outwardly, so face. And I'm not actually arguing that either one is better or worse. I actually think there are benefits to both types of approaches, but just something to be aware of, I guess, when we're thinking about some clashes culturally between our kids growing up in the Western culture and then our own traditional Asian cultures. And so, of course, as a psychiatrist, I have a biased sample. If people are successful and they do well and it works for them, that's great. But it doesn't always. And I just wanted to raise that because sometimes in our community, we don't see those other examples, and those examples are hidden. So one thing that I see quite a bit actually among some of these high achieving students is a high degree of perfectionism. And actually perfectionistic thinking is what we in mental health would call a cognitive distortion. Basically the idea that if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing or it's terrible. And so cognitive distortion is basically an unhelpful thinking style, black and white thinking. Very common in folks with depression, anxiety. And so sometimes I have wondered whether this would be modeled by these same rigid expectations. Where are these ideas coming from that you have to be either perfect or it's not good enough? We do know from the research literature that Asian American students were specifically studied, and those with perfectionistic thinking are more likely to go on to develop clinical depression. And we also do know that actually some of our youth are not doing so well. So we have the shiny images. We always see the ones who succeed, right? And we hear about the CV. You heard about all the things that I succeeded in to get to where I am today, but you didn't hear about all the failures. And I think that's really can be quite tragic. And I'm grateful to people like Jeremy Lin, who've actually been very vocal and outspoken about their own struggles with mental health all along the way and trying to make a case for the need for balance. And so I think, again, the title of my talk, what is the cost of success and how do we minimize it? It doesn't have to be this way. So we know that suicide is actually a really sad, tragic topic, but it's a leading cause of death for young people. The second leading cause of death for many, and actually for Asian Americans, it was the first leading cause of death in a recent survey. Asian American college students are more likely to have suicidal thoughts and to attempt suicide than white students. And Asian American young women are actually at extremely high risk, with the second highest rate of completed suicide, second only to Native American young women in that age group. The other thing I want to point out is that often with my clients, my patients, what I hear is just this really, I would consider a tragic breakdown in communication. It's both cross-cultural because parents and students have different cultures, and also generational. And so really this feeling of a gap that we can't overcome. And that's really sad because actually parents are one of the biggest sources of supports for kids. So if you lose that, that's actually tremendously challenging for a child. I won't go into details here, but this is actually research done from our own center in Boston. We're looking here at odds ratios, so relative odds of having certain mental health symptoms. We were looking at differences by race or ethnicity. I just want to draw your attention to those students who identified as Asian or Pacific Islander. You can see down here at the bottom that their rates of having any diagnosis of a mental health problem were actually very low compared to whites. So they had anywhere from 0.3, so a third to a half the rate of a mental health diagnosis. And yet, if you look at the rate of ever attempting suicide, it was elevated by about 40%. So this is Asian American students were 40% more likely to attempt suicide, have ever attempted suicide, even though they were less than half as likely to have ever been diagnosed with a mental health condition. For me, as a clinician, this is extremely alarming. This is a group that's kind of flying under the radar, going undetected, and yet having these serious symptoms like suicide attempts. I just want to share with you a case from my practice. So I was seeing this young woman, Linda, who was a 21-year-old woman. She was a senior at an elite Boston university. She had graduated at the very top of her high school class, but all through college, she really struggled to figure out what she wanted to do. She didn't know what she wanted to do. And then when I met her, she was just very disappointed in herself. She had a 3.5 GPA, which many people would consider pretty decent, especially at a rigorous elite school. But she really felt like that wasn't good enough. And she had wasted her whole education, that she should have majored in something else. She was very lost. And what I noticed was that she was always comparing herself to other people, her classmates. I think somewhere along the way, she picked up this idea that investment banking was very prestigious and consulting. This is very common in Ivy League schools. And so she was constantly thinking, like reading these websites about how do you get into these programs and how do you become successful. And when I met her, she said life was easier when there were just these hoops you had to jump through. And so it was actually a very sad case. She was thinking about suicide quite a bit. Just to give an example of maybe something that can happen when you're not really sure kind of where you belong and what success means to you. So we do know also, even though Asian American students had all of those high rates of suicide attempts, they're much less likely, about 2 to 3 times less likely than the general US population to seek any mental health treatment. So to come see someone like me. And even when they do come, they're more likely to rate those services they received as unhelpful. And indeed, from my own training, when I was working in Chinatown with Chinese immigrants, this was exactly what I experienced. So what I learned was that the tools and skills of Western psychology and psychiatry that I was learning was not something that the audience wanted to buy. So for example, when you think about psychotherapy, what I heard over and over again is, why would you share about your personal family issues, the private issues, bad, negative issues in public? That's really shameful. So that one was immediately eliminated. In terms of medications, I think there's a lot of beliefs about meds, and maybe some of them are true, but it felt extreme in some ways that every medicine was going to be too powerful, too many side effects, maybe addictive, especially if it was going to help with things like sleep or anxiety. And so there was a real reluctance to take any medicines for anything. And if you can think of, for many Asian cultures, mental health problems are not health problems at all. They're probably more like considered a defect in personality or weakness. So that was out. And then group therapy was the third thing we could offer. And of course, no one wanted that. That was sitting with a group of people who might know you from your own community and talking about your problems. So I really found that, what's the point of my going through this training if people that I want to work with don't even want to set foot in the door? And I'm just going to pause here and share really briefly with you all an example of this, and just a content warning. This is a very sad documentary that was produced actually by colleagues of mine in Boston about the suicide of a sophomore college student at Harvard named Luke Tang. Oh, so let me make sure that this is optimized for sound. And I hope that you all can see this. It's just a 2-minute trailer.
Luke was
mischievous,
dorky,
full of energy,
extremely silly.
He was curious.
He found a question that he had, he wouldn't let it go.
Questions of like the purpose of life, the meaning of life.
I think he would have turned into this really great professor.
He was really smart. He was a presidential scholar.
Math competition whiz.
Science
Growing up, you always heard your parents saying, be like him, achieve what he does. And then all of a sudden, don't be like him. He's made such a huge mistake.
Today, I'd like to talk about people and how we relate to them. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a reason for their behavior, whether we know it or not.
He was like one of my best friends, and I thought we would like go through life together.
Like the biggest question, of course, was just why? Why would he do that?
I was completely unaware, and I think most of his friends were unaware that he was struggling with suicidal thoughts or these different questions.
At the funeral, they didn't say it was a suicide. They said he died from a chronic illness.
Because in the beginning, we were told not to tell what happened.
Hey, Lucy. How are you?
This is an extremely sad film, and you know, every time I've seen it many, many times, and it brings me to tears each time because of that tragic kind of breakdown that I told you about. And I'm happy to answer more questions about that film later, but just for the sake of time, we'll move on. And so I just also wanted to point out that, you know, again, I mentioned that you all heard my introduction, which is all the things that I've done and accomplished. But in reality, there's so much more behind the scenes. And I think that's something I wanted to leave all of you with, is this idea that, as Luke said, everyone has a story. Everyone has a reason for their behavior, whether we know it or not. So I'm sharing this this image, which I thought was really funny from the days of Zoom nowadays. You know, you see this image here on the left of you know, this put together person with their Zoom background, nicely curated. But in fact, on the right, you see this woman is actually sitting there in her probably her kid's playroom. The computer is up on a chair. There's toys everywhere that you don't see, and she's not wearing any pants. So I think often for many of us, that's actually the reality, but we don't see that, right? We're not focused on that. We're focused on the image. And so, you know, for myself, what is that? I've faced challenges along the way. I'm not going to bore you all with the details, but just suffice to say, it hasn't always been easy. I've been rejected from at every stage, from colleges, from medical schools, at projects, research articles, grants. In fact, probably it's more important how one handles setbacks than just getting everything right the first time, right? I graduated medical school with over $200,000 of loans, and I think that was really stressful. And trying to think about, you know, you don't see that when you're hearing about someone's career, and how do you manage that, the challenges that come along the way in part of life. The other thing I want to share is the American Psychiatric Association's wellness wheel. So this is the idea that actually when we think about wellness, it's not just about emotions. It's not just emotional, although that is one of the circles here. But you can see that the APA really thinks about many different sort of domains of one's life. And I think that's important for you all to think about too. When you think about what is success and what does it mean to be healthy and well, how well are we doing? Where are your areas of relative strength? And where are your areas where you might be able to improve? I also would love to leave you with this. By the way, I'm happy to make the slides available, so I'll share them with Ian and Shunming afterwards. But I like this Japanese concept of ikigai, which some of you may have seen. This is the idea that maybe a meaningful life, a reason for being, is comprised of the sort of overlap of these different circles. We have a lot of overlapping Venn diagrams here. And I think the big circles are doing what you love, doing what the world needs, doing what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. I think for many people, we can find things that were probably 2 out of the 3, or even 2 out of the 4, or even 3 out of the 4. But really, if you can get to that inner circle, that you can have all of those things fulfilled, I think that's that can be really valuable. But it takes time to think about that. And we might really focus on being paid for, and what's needed. But are we also talented and skilled at it? And do we love it? So as I reflect, I'm wrapping up in a few minutes, but I think about myself. Yes, hard work is a huge part of it, and you all have worked so hard to get here. But also remember that a lot of success is out of our control too. And so we should be also grateful for the chances we've had. I also think it's important to remember that there are many types of intelligence or skill, as the Harvard psychologist Steven Pinker has taught us. So one analogy to that is these two plants down here, a bamboo and an orchid. Anyone who gardens knows that these two plants are going to require very different things in terms of sunlight and water and et cetera. And just like those two plants, all of our kids are different. And so what's good for one may not be good for another. And I think it's most important to know, who is my child? And what do they need to succeed for them? Remember that opportunities arise without our awareness. So you have to follow the thread. You don't always know which direction your life is going to go. And recognizing loss as well, knowing that whatever decisions you make, it also means that you're saying goodbye to another decision, usually. And so recognizing that's a hard part of life too. We all are looking for meaning and balance in life. Recognizing some of the challenges of the model minority stereotype. It's great that many of us are successful, but it's not always the case. And we should have empathy and compassion, I think, for those who don't fit into that. And when you're thinking about success, I would just urge everyone to think about sustainability as a very important piece of that. We can all white knuckle it and make it through a little bit of a hard time for a short time, but not for forever. And so I invite you all who've been listening to this talk to have a conversation in your family sometime this week about what success means to you, and see if you can start a dialogue. Now, very briefly, I'll just say a couple words about my center and why I do the work I do. As mentioned, this is a nonprofit volunteer group that we started in November 2014, actually because of increasing referrals of Chinese international students for mental health problems like depression, anxiety, eating disorders, or even suicide attempts. And so we were sort of saying, what's going on here? Again, my bias is I didn't want to necessarily start a clinic and see all these patients. I was thinking there's probably something going on here. Maybe we should start earlier, take more of a public health prevention approach and education, and teaching parents and families about how do you better support kids, because kids are actually very resilient. And with the right supports, they can achieve a lot. And so we actually try to shift the focus away from mental illness and negative topics and more focusing on success and resilience, because we know that for many immigrant parents, they came to this country for the sake of their kids' opportunities. So we want to explicitly make the case that emotional wellness is needed for long-term success. We're now a very large and growing group. We have over 40 members that are all volunteers from a wide range of backgrounds. We have researchers, clinicians, educators. We're focusing on Asian Americans for now, but I think all minorities face a lot of challenges for their mental health. So we do educate students and families. We go directly out to communities like yours. And if you'd like us to come, please let me know. We've had wonderful conversations once you can get this going. We also educate the educators. So universities are very aware of the challenges of minority mental health, cross-cultural mental health issues. And so they've become some of our constituents. And you can see some of the things we offer here. We offer an annual membership program for them. We create materials. And so if you all want to go to our webpage, we have fact sheets about common mental health topics with a focus on Asian American students. We have videos about what is psychotherapy, and we also perform a lot of research that informs everything that we do. So with that, I will stop, and thank you so much for your attention.
Okay. What a compelling speech and very insightful, a lot of information. Thank you, Dr. Chen, for making time to speak to our students. On behalf of the Association of Chinese Americans, I'd like to present this token of our appreciation to you, and thank you, and this will be FedEx to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shenle and Dr. Justin Chen. Now we will move on into the Class of 2022 honorees introduction. Again, congratulations to all 38 honorees, but also just as a reminder, if you are one of the honoree, please change your name to honoree plus your name, and also turn on your camera so we can take some photos as we go. First, we would like to welcome Roland Huang, the founder of the ACA High School Achievement Award, but also one of the committee members of the award program, to introduce the first 6 honorees.
Thank you, Hannah. The first honoree is Tanzi Lee. Green Hills School is where she attends. She is intent on a major in physics and applied math. Her parents are Yilin Lee and Zhengwei Zhu. Congratulations. Next is Sunny Shu. He is at Forest Hills Central High School. His intended major is going to be computer science or computer engineering or business. And his parents are Wang Xiao Sun and Gang Shu. Congratulations. Next is Mandy Chen. She is at Woodhaven High School. Her intended major will be either business or computer science. Her parents are Huang Qing Yi Chen and Wei Jie Chen. Congratulations. Next is Iris Ding. She's a senior at Salem High School. Her intended majors may be psychology, criminology, biomedical engineering, design, and visual communications. Her parents are Yanhua Zhou and Hao Ding. So congratulations. Next is Kelsey Rush. She's at Salem High School. Her intended majors, she's considering biology, health science, neuroscience, zoology, art, and graphic design. And her parents are Ye Lian and Scott Rush. Congratulations. And next is William Meng. He's a senior at Novi High School. For college, his intended major will be chemical engineering. His parents are Hui Jin and Hao Meng. Congratulations.
Now I would like to introduce ACA Scholarship Committee member Sue Sung to introduce the next 6 honorees.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for coming. I'm honored to introduce the following 6 honorees. The first one is Helen Yan. She's at the Cranbrook Kingswood School. She will be majoring in business, economics, finance, sociology. Her parents are Kathy Tai and Zijiang Yan. Congratulations. And the next one is Arthur Zhao. He's at the Northville High School. He will be majoring in chemistry, chemical engineering, environmental engineering, material science. And he is the son of Jiao Wei Chao. Congratulations. And the next one is Maggie He. She's at the Rochester High School. She will be majoring in business management, marketing, entrepreneurship. Her parents are Yang Wang and George He. Congratulations. And then there will be Claire Swaddling. She's at the Kenton High School. She will be majoring in science, technology, and society, computational biology, history of science. And she's a daughter of Wayne Swaddling and Charles Swaddling. Congratulations. And then this, we introduce Dillian Lau. He's at the Detroit Country Day School. He will be majoring in environmental engineering, biomedical engineering, business, and economics. And his parents are Nancy Guo and Bayan Lau. Congratulations. And then finally, at least, there's Merrick Lee. He is at the International Academy East. He will be majoring in chemical engineering and biomedical engineering. His parents are Benshi Lee and Xun Shu Lee. Congratulations. And this will conclude my presentations.
Congratulations and thank you, Sue. Next, Charles Liu, a member of the ACA High School Achievement Award Committee, will announce the next honorees.
Hi everyone, I'm happy to introducing Yifan Xu. She comes from Troy High School. Her intended major will be economic, computer science. Her parents is Eileen Yi, Wenqiao Xu. Next, it's Audio Zhang from Northville High School. She intended major is economic, is biochemistry. Her parents is Tong Lan and Zhang Yilu. Next. Shanshan Yi from Detroit Country Day. Her intended major is engineering, education, computer. Her parents is Ning Zhang, Junxiu Yi. Yeah. Next, please. Shangnao Chai from Troy High School. Her intended major is applied math and static. Her parents is Ti Wen Tan, Zhuang Wen Chai. Next. Kevin Chang from Troy High School. His intended major is computer science, mechanical engineer. Her parents is He Dong Chang, Wei Zhong. Next. Jay Xiao from Detroit Country Day. His intended major is computer science, math. His parents is Yun Xiao, Xu Xiu Ma. Finish.
Thank you, Charles. Now I'd like to introduce ACA Scholarship Committee member Sharon Dow to recognize the next honorees.
It is my pleasure to present this coming 6 honorees. The first honoree goes to Annie Lynn Fisher from Athens High School. Annie Lynn is interested in youth and family ministry and business marketing majors in college. Her proud parents are Cheryl Fisher and Thomas Fisher. Congratulations. The next honoree is Angela Xu from Troy High School. Angela is interested in business administration, finance, computer science, and mechanical engineering majors in college. Her proud parents are Zhang Yingwen and Yang Xu. Congratulations. The next honoree goes to Xincheng Liu from Troy High School. Xincheng is interested in biology, genetics, art education, pre-med, psychology, and pathology majors in college. Her proud parent is Hao Zhen. Congratulations. Our next honoree is Michelle Wu from Novi High School. Michelle is interested in neuroscience, biopsychology, cognitive, 5-year accelerated physician assistant program at University of Detroit Mercy, and neuroscience at University of Michigan. Her proud parents are Yan Hang Yet and Zheng Yu Wu. Congratulations. And our next honoree goes to Hui Zhen Lin from Plymouth High School. Hui Zhen is interested in biology, medicine, psychology, and genetics majors in college. Her proud parents are Bi-Ling Goh and E.D. Lim. Congratulations. And the next honoree is Alan Huang from Kenton High School. Alan is interested in engineering major in college, and her proud parents are Jian Qing Xu and Wen Wu Huang. Congratulations. And we want to congratulate you all for this honorees for their achievement. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Now Ian will announce the next 6 honorees, and he is also a member of the ACA High School Achievement Award Committee.
It's my real pleasure to introduce the following honorees. First, Jessica John, who is a student at International Academy Oakma campus. She's interested in majoring in computer science, entrepreneurship, and business management, and her proud parents are Wanxin Gao and Hongtao Zhang. Next, we honor Luke Zhu, who is a student at Forest Hills Northern High School. His intended majors are business, finance, banking, and financial support services, and his proud parents are Chen Zhang and Chang Qi Zhu. Next, we honor Dylan Tai, who is a student at Novi High School. Dylan plans to major in bioinformatics, computer science, and data science, and his proud parents are Hong Shen and Guanghai Tai. Next, we honor Caitlin McKenna, who is a student at Stevenson High School, and who plans to major in actuarial science, finance, and economics. Her proud parents are Kevin McKenna and Janet McKenna. Next, we honor Justin Yu, who is a student at Green Hills School. He plans to major in the pre-med track of biology or chemistry, music, engineering, or computer science, and his proud parents are Li Chao Yu and Ling Lan Lu. Next, we honor Mandy Chu, who is a student at Athens High School. She plans to major in public health, biological sciences, or English language and literature, and her proud parents are Yan Zhuan Zhu and Jian Bang Zhu. Finally, we honor Eileen Liu, who is a student at Troy High School, and she intends to major in biomedical engineering. Her proud parents are Zhuo Wang and Wang Jun Liu. Congratulations to all of our honorees.
Thank you, Ian. Now I would like to introduce ACA High School Committee Scholarship Committee member Eleanor Ho to introduce our final honorees.
Hi, it's my honor to recognize the following 7 honorees. First, we have Haren Lee. She goes to Troy High School. She is interested in majoring in computer science and statistics. She's the daughter of Ying Li and Xiaojun He. Next, we have Eileen Xu. Currently, she goes to Heron High School, and she's interested in majoring in mechanical engineering and biomedical engineering. And she's the daughter of Hua Shang and Shengming Su. Next, we have Ethan Mui. Currently, he goes to North Farmington High School. He's interested in majoring at web page design, computer science, and programming, computer science, and media applications, engineering, and creative writing. And his proud parents are Richard Mui and Wendy Chang. Next, we have Sean Xie, and now he goes to Heron High School. He is interested in majoring in physics, and then he's the dear son of Shengwei Xie and Wendy Choi. Next, we have Emily Ma. Right now, she goes to Salem High School. She's interested in majoring in computational biology, computer science, and biomedical engineering. She's the lovely daughter of Yuhan Ma and Xinhei Chao. Next, we have David Chan. Right now, he goes to Adam High School, and he's interested in majoring in computer science, economic, and finance. He's the son of Heron Fu and Xinchen Chan. Last but not the least, we have Dylan McArond. He goes to Athens High School. He's interested in majoring in mechanical engineering, pre-med, and law school. He is the dear son of Ali McArond and Tyler McArond. Congratulations to all these honorees and good luck at the college.
Thank you, Eleanor, and congratulations to all 38 honorees. And now we will be finally moving on. Yes, so now we will be finally moving on into the award announcement and scholarship presentation portion. We would like to say a really special thank you to all the donors for their generous donations. And actually a few of the donors are here with us today, and they will be sharing some background for their respective scholarships, which brings us to our first presenter Jue Wang from Page Toyota and Page Honda Bloomfield, and she will give us a little backstory of the Page Toyota and Page Honda Bloomfield scholarships.
Hello, everyone. Again, it's such an honor to be here. And thank you so much to ACA to organize such a great event and recognize, celebrate young talent, our kids in our society. And I'm really moved by Dr. Cheng's speech today. I think that, mental health actually is such a issue that unfortunately kind of being neglected by the Asian society, and as a former Asian tiger mom myself, and I feel, I feel I'm guilty for some things that actually my daughter went through a lot of depression as well. Actually, those subjects are really not, new to me. And so that's why we have an award for one of the award we have is for the overcome adversity, and the other is for community service, because we're believing that there's two things will build the kids' character, and we like to recognize that and celebrate with them. So thank you, and we move on to also we increased our scholarship amount from 500 to 2,000 for each of the scholarship we have this year. So the first one is for community service. The winner is Kaylin McKenna. Congratulations. And also we have a trophy prepared for you. So some memorable things that hopefully we will be with you in your life. Thank you. The second is overcome adversity. And the winner is Kelsey Rush. Congratulations, Kelsey. Here's a trophy. Thank you again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to introduce Cindy Wang from 168 Asian Mart to introduce the 168 Asian Mart Scholarship, as well as give some opening remarks.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today and representing 168 Asian Mart to hand out those two scholarships to outstanding students. First one, 168 Asian Mart Scholarship, $500. It goes to Helen Yan. Congratulations. And second 500 scholarship goes to Mandy Chu. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cindy, and congratulations to all the recipients. Next, we have Dr. Tai Chan, who is a very generous donor, and he will give us an introduction to the OS Chan scholarships.
Good afternoon. I would like to congratulate all the honorees and especially want to echo Dr. Chen's remark. To all the honorees, you've got to exercise your passion and seek that inner circle. That's your assignment for the next 15 years. I'm pleased to present the 3 awards that we have been donating for the last 9 years, if I recall. And last year, the award winner could have won all 3 awards because she was a captain of a swimming team. She wrote a musical for her high school graduation, and she's also in science, computer science. This year is fortuitous that all 3 winners are focusing on 3 different things. One winner is a marathon runner, and my son runs the marathon. Another winner is a dancer, And my sister-in-law is a very serious dancer. And the third recipient is into Parkinson's disease research. And my college roommate and my stepmother had Parkinson's. So I guess you know who you are. So the first one is for innovation and entrepreneurship. And recipient is Dylan Lau. Congratulations. The second one is for athletic achievement. And the winner is Eileen Liu. Congratulations. Keep dancing. And the last one is a joint award with ACA in Fine Arts. And this goes to Angela Su. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chan. Now I would like to introduce Rita Kao to award the Ya Chun Tao Chen Memorial Scholarship.
Hi, I'm presenting this scholarship on behalf of my sister, Esther Chong, who currently lives in Hong Kong. This gift is in memory of our mother, Chen Tao Yajun, who passed away 6 years ago. My mother was born in mainland China and was forced to move to Taiwan in 1949 due to the Civil War. She got married in Taiwan to my father, who was in the Navy at that time, and together they had 7 children. We grew up in a big family, happy family, and living in poverty in our early childhood. My mom always tried her best to provide us the best education as far as we could go. She always encouraged us, hired tutors for us, and let us try new things like piano, violin, travel with school, study abroad, as long as we asked for it. She taught us to be kind and generous to all, and always respect others. I'm very proud to be one of her children. And this is a small gift today, but I hope our mother's story can inspire and encourage the recipient when you move forward in your life. So the Yajun Tao Chen Memorial Scholarship is given to David Chen. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Rita. And next, we will move on into the next scholarship, and Sue Sung, ACA Scholarship Committee member, will announce the next scholarship.
Yes, I'm honored to present the Andy and Oliver Wang Memorial Scholarship. Both of them are very devoted ACA members, and Andy was the veterans during the World War II. I will represent them to present the recipients, and the recipient received $1,000. It's for the family with more than 3 children, at least 3 children in the family. And the winner is Emily Ma. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Now I would like to introduce ACA Scholarship Committee member Ian Shin to present the Mr. and Mrs. P.L. Sheck Scholarship.
ACA is pleased to award the Mr. and Mrs. P.L. Sheck Scholarship for $1,000 to Claire Swadling. The Sheck family asked me to relay this. The Sheck family asked me to relay this to you, Claire, to pass on this message. They're very proud of you, especially for your efforts with working on science. Keep up the good work.
Thank you and congratulations. Next, ACA Scholarship Committee member Charles Liu will announce the Leiron Education Scholarship.
Oh, hi, everyone. Jenny Leiron, the owner of Leiron Education Company, is not able to come. Leiron Education Company is a college application counselor company based on Rochester Hills, Michigan. The company provides professional consulting service for students apply to America Select College and University. I'm glad to represent her to give the Leiron Education Scholarship to Michelle Wu. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Now I would like to introduce ACA Scholarship Committee member Eleanor Ho to present the Mabel Ping Memorial Scholarship.
It's my pleasure to present the Maple Pang Memorial Scholarship on behalf of the family. This $500 will go to the scholarship recipient, Jay Shao. Jay, I hope this scholarship will give you the encouragement, and then you will excel in your future study and also your career. Congratulations, Jay.
Congratulations and thank you, Eleanor. Next, we will have one of our donors, Leon Jin, introduce the Jin Family Scholarships and also give us a little backstory.
All right, wonderful. Glad to be here. Just give you a little bit background about the Zim Family Scholarship. This scholarship was established in 2017, I believe. So it's about the fifth year. So the purpose of, why we established this scholarship, I guess, the first one, we want to directly support the ACA High School Scholarship Program. And also we want to support the ACA, the efforts in general to unite and to strengthen our community. So the third will be to support our young generation, to help them to grow. I guess it's more like in symbolic way, to help them to support them to grow in a healthy way. Like, Dr. Chen just mentioned, to not just like to be trying to be successful in measured by degree, or measured by money, or measured by some like, material things, but more like by the way, mentally and physically to be healthy. So kind of to support our young generation in a symbolic way. And because in the future, our community will rely on them. So that's about the background of this scholarship. And the Zim family will continue to support the program. And we already pledged and already funded the scholarship for the next 5 years. And so the same will be for 2 scholarships, but the money-wise will be increased from $500 to $1,000 per each scholarship. So that's it about it. And I guess this year, the Zim Family Scholarship the first one will go to Dylan McAgaran. Congratulations. And the second scholarship of $500 will go to Horan Lee. Congratulations.
Thank you, Leon, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce ACA Scholarship Committee member Roland Huang to award the first ACA scholarship.
Thank you very much. The ACA scholarships, there are 3 in number, and the first of those scholarships goes to Eileen Sue. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Next, Sharon, a ACA Scholarship Committee member and Vice President, will announce the next ACA Scholarship recipient.
We are happy to present our second Association of Chinese American Scholarship in the amount of $500. And the winner goes to Jessica Zhang. Congratulations, Jessica. We also wish you the best of luck in your coming college year. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sharon. Now I would like to welcome ACA Scholarship Committee Chair and ACA President, Shenlin Chen, to award the ACA Best All-Around Award.
Thank you, Alistair. Now we're going to present the ACA Scholarship for Best All-Around Leadership and Community Service in the amount of $1,000. And the scholarship goes to Audrey Chang. Congratulations, Audrey.
Thank you, Shenlin, and congratulations to the recipients. Next, one of our generous donors, Priscilla Yi, will announce the Tom Hin and Kun Kun Yi Memorial Scholarship. We would like to give a really special thank you to Ms. Yi for her generous donation. And this is actually the first time that ACA has offered a multi-year scholarship. So thank you again, Ms. Yi, and she will announce the recipients.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Priscilla Yi, representing the Yi family. We established the Tom Hing and Kun Kun Yi Scholarship to honor our parents and their life principles. They valued strong families, higher education, and community service. Our father was also very patriotic and served our country in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. Our parents lived in their adopted hometown of Detroit for over 50 years. They raised 11 children and worked tirelessly in numerous jobs before starting their own businesses, a dry cleaners, and restaurant. Despite working long hours and raising a large family, they found time to sponsor Chinese immigrants to the United States and provided English translation services to immigrants. Furthermore, our parents understood and emphasized the importance of an education, and all 11 kids attended college. Contributing to the ACA Scholarship Program furthers their beliefs in supporting students' educational goals. Each scholarship is for multiple years, up to a total of 4 years, and contingent upon meeting specific criteria. Today, we are pleased to award a scholarship in the STEM field of study and a scholarship in the teaching education field of study, each in the amount of $3,000. And the STEM scholarship is awarded to Mandy Chen. Congratulations, Mandy. And the teaching education scholarship in the amount of $3,000 is awarded to Xin Chun Liu. Congratulations, Cindy. Congratulations to all of the honorees and best wishes as you transition to college.
Thank you, Priscilla, and thank you for all our donors. Congratulations to all of our nominees, honorees, and award winners. Next, I would like to introduce Peggy Du, our interim executive director. First, share some special announcements of this for all of you honorees, and then also updates about ACA's upcoming events.
Hi, everyone.
So yeah, glad to spend the afternoon with all of our excellent awards winners and some exciting news to share with you. So this year, with a special appreciation to the Zheng family, Leon. So each of our class of 2022 honorees is going to receive a gift. So after this event, we are going to send you Google form so that you can choose one of the 3 options and we will mail the gift to your home. Thank you, Leon. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, everybody.
And next, I'm going to announce several of our upcoming events. So the first one you're seeing is our Association of Chinese Americans General Membership Meeting. It's our annual membership meeting. It's going to be on December the 5th of this year. Time is 3 to 5. It's going to be a Zoom online meeting. So there is a QR code and scan, then you can apply to become an ACA member. If you don't have a device to scan at this moment, the membership application form is available on our website. Please join our membership to show your support for our community and our services. And I'm also going to present another exciting event. It's our annual Thanksgiving celebration event. At the event, we're going to appreciate our donors and volunteers, as well as the PVSA Present Volunteer Service Awards recognition. So it's also going to be a virtual event on Zoom. The date is November 20th at 7 p.m. So yeah, very excited workshop to share with you all. So it's hosted by our Team Volunteer Council. So they're going to present creative writing workshop. So the date is December the 4th, a Saturday at 7 to 8 p.m. We will share the registration link very soon. So please watch our social media postings. And last but not least, it's the ACA volunteer recruitment. So we're committed to serving our community and continue to provide assistance and services to communities. So welcome to scan the QR code and to join our ACA's Relief Initiative. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Peggy. And those all sound like really amazing gifts. So I hope you guys are all really excited to receive those. Next, we will have Shinlin Chen, the president of the Association of Chinese Americans, to give us some closing remarks.
Thank you, Hannah. As we move forward to the end of the program, I would like to thank everyone once again for your support. I think we can all agree that this is truly a meaningful way to help our young people shine and be visible. If you would like to get involved in this program, you can contact us to make a donation or to set up a scholarship. You can talk about our program and our work with your companies, friends, and families, and tell the schools of your son and daughter go to about the honor that they received today. And lastly, I would like to acknowledge our backstage operation team for their support. Dr. Tian Song, and our interim director, executive director, Peggy Du, Hannah Wu, and Alistair Ho. Give yourselves a round of applause. And hopefully they're all spotlighted. So thank you all very much. ACA appreciates all your support and contribution. Now, let me turn it back to our MCs.
Thank you, Shenlin, ACA, and of course, our donors for making such a wonderful event able to be possible. And of course, congratulations to all of our honorees and award recipients, and we wish you the best of luck for your college goals.
Yes, congratulations to all the honorees and all of the recipients. We're all extremely proud of your accomplishments and all the amazing work that you have done. I know we're coming to an end, but we would please ask you to stay for maybe 1 or 2 extra minutes just so we can take a group photo. So please mute yourselves, but turn on your cameras so we can take a group photo, and you're also welcome to stay for any networking or contact information exchanges. Yeah, so please turn on your camera, but unmute yourself. Thank you. Unmute yourself, sorry.
Okay, so if our backstage operation staff can help us take a few photos with this whole group, that would be wonderful. And parents, friends, if you can turn on your video, that would be more exciting to see your, everyone's faces. And congratulations to all the honorees and those who received the scholarships. We will mail the check to you, and then all the gifts, after you select the gift that you want, we will also send that to you. And also the certificate, and those who want the page trophies, we will send that to you as well. Okay, just let us know when the good photo is done so people know when they can relax.
Okay, I will do 2 or 3 because there are so many people, but I'll just do a quick countdown and then you can smile for the camera. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Sorry, just smile again because there's a lot of people. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And then last one. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you next year.
Thank you.
And those scholarship recipients, if you can stay and we can take another just group photo for this for the recipients, that would be great. Okay, so Hannah, if we can take a group photo for the recipients, that would be nice.
Okay. Do we want everyone or just the recipients?
Okay.
Okay.
So we should turn off, right?
Yeah, if that's okay. Okay, then I'll turn off my camera too. Okay. 3, 2, 1, smile. And then let me take one more. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, awesome.
Okay, great. Do you have any questions, honorees or scholarship recipients? Any questions? Are you happy? You guys look so nervous. I hope that you can, be relaxed, a little bit relaxed now. And then we will publicize this particular year of the results throughout our video social channels, social media channels. Just so everyone knows.
Congratulations. Yeah, and if you guys have any, I think you guys are in like college app season, maybe. If any of you guys have questions about like USC or you want to apply, you can just like email me or something. just throwing it out there.
You're a very good representative of your school. Great job.
Thank you. USC is amazing. Please come. Please apply.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm very honored.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
I just want to say congratulations and please keep us posted on your college acceptance. We'll be cheering for you all throughout the holidays.
Thank you, Angela. I think this is a very important reminder and message for all the honorees and in particular the recipients. We're going to send you email address of all the donors that you received the scholarship from. And I'm hoping that you can at least write a letter to thank the donor. And we did have a recipient did that last year, many recipients, and the donors were really happy and encouraged. So I hope that everyone can just write a letter, share your story with the donor, and they will be very happy.
Hey. Or unmute yourself if you want to say something.
Yes.
Instead of just
Thank you very
smiling.
much.
You're so quiet. Yeah. Feel free to talk or ask questions. just share a little bit about, how you feel now.
Just really, really, really grateful. Yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay.
I think we can welcome college questions since we have two MC there in the college right now.
I have a question. So what's it like moving from, like, for example, Michigan to like a different state and going out of state for school?
Yeah, great question. I think for me, it's quite different because I was born in Michigan, but I actually grew up in like 4 countries. So I moved to England, Germany, Shanghai. And I used to visit California every summer because my grandparents stay here. So for me, I'm basically like an international citizen. I've been around everywhere. So moving to new places and adapting to new cultures and embracing myself, like immersing myself in other people's culture and just getting to know the community isn't anything too new to me. But I know for some people who, if they're born and raised in one state and they move to a completely new state, it's definitely a different experience. But I think nevertheless, when you're growing up, it's important to step out of your comfort zone and go out, venture out, meet new people, and don't limit yourself to your comfort circle, which may or may not just be like your state or a state college. But yeah.
Thank you.
This is free consultation. Come on, ask questions. Have anyone got any admission already? Acceptance? No? Not yet, right? Okay.
Usually around Christmas time that they get it, so.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I got a suggestion from a parent that they're hoping that we can move up the schedule for a week. So those who want to apply for early action,
Early decision.
early decision or early action, then they can submit the results of the scholarship. What do you guys think? Is it reasonable? No?
Yeah.
Yes?
I think that since we decided to move up in the last few years, it would be benefit for the student to include their awards or even the honoree. That's still a quite accomplishment to include it in. So I think if we thinking about, it would be better to move up 1 week early. Plus, this is kind of the week is all the parent week for the college normally, the first weekend of the November. So if you move up, that will be easier, I think.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Angela. Any other inputs or experiences that for the whole process that you went through to apply this ACA scholarships? Anything that you feel like can be beneficial for us to know and for people who in the future who want to apply for the scholarship? Is it an easy process? Give me a thumb up, just press that. Okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, so if there's anything we can improve for our application system, the whole process, just let us know. Okay. All right, you're free to go. And then unless you want to stay for the whole night, and then you can go maybe have a dinner, celebrate with your parents and your family. And also, I will really encourage everyone to share this with your school. Let them know that you have received this scholarship. So they will pay special attention to this when we send out the information and ask them to distribute it in the school. They will next year. Okay, so it's for future students. So let them know. And then last year, I think Country Day School did around an article on the school newspaper to introduce the recipients. So hopefully you can do it too. Roland, any advice? People are staying. They're too happy. They don't want to leave.
Yeah, I'm just happy to greet anyone if they happen to want to visit Ann Arbor. I teach at the University of Michigan, teach Asian American history in the Asian Pacific American Studies program. So I would welcome anyone who just feels like heading to Ann Arbor and checking it out. So just making the offer. And my email is hwangr@umich.edu. But congratulations to you all.
Thank you for this opportunity. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful week.
Bye.
I know.